Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, Friday edition. Today is November 22nd, and I do feel the need to mention for some of those who may be younger, under 30 or younger, this is a very significant date in our country's history. Those of us who were 10 years of age or older in 1963 definitely remember where we were when we heard the shocking news of the assassination of President Kennedy. Today is 50 years since that event. It's hard to believe. Lots of things on television commemorating that day and keeping us informed with everything that's been going on since then as well. So we do want to acknowledge that important day. And since this is Friday, it is when we want to acknowledge all our great supporters that make this show possible. We want to start with our premier supporters. They include, we want to welcome on board the Advocates for Developmental Disabilities, also the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, along with the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County and the United Way of Steele County. Our primary supporters are Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Coda Living Community and Park Place Senior Living, Little Theater of Owatonna, and lots of interlude supporters to thank. Among them are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, along with Glenn Megger and Tim Thomas of the Brick Megger Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home, Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clare Bridge of Owatonna, Carlson Branson and Company, CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Clancher and Son Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubator, Perfinium Financial, R&K Electric, along with Snap Fitness. Other interlude supporters include the Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. And as always, we are looking for more supporters of the Owatonna Today Show. If you are our business and would like to underwrite the program, for more information, you can contact Leanne at 390-5751. Coming up today, in our first segment, we are going to be on location talking with Firefighter Travis Ahrens, and he's going to give us holiday safety tips, which are very important with our trees and lights and candles all around. And our second segment was for Betsy Lindgren and the Express Employment Professionals, and she has graciously given up her time for the Owatonna. She's sponsoring the Owatonna Foundation video, and that will be in the second segment of our program, and that all starts right after this break hear from some of our fine sponsors. So please stay with us.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead and Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings, I'm Laura Ressler, Director of the Steele County Historical Society, and I welcome you to our History Center. We invite you to join in all our activities events where we honor the past and look towards the future.
Kick off your holiday season with Advocates for Developmental Disabilities 23rd Annual Festival of Trees, Friday, November 22nd at 7 p.m. at the Steele County History Center. The gala is a festive evening of sparkling trees, live and silent auctions, and delectable hors d'oeuvres and desserts, all wrapped in a gift package of goodwill. Tickets are available at Cashwise, Hy-Vee, and Kotke's, or by calling 451-9769. Put some merry in your holidays by attending AD's Festival of Trees Gala, Friday, November 22nd. Hope to see you there.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I am Shelley. I'm here with Travis Ahrens. Hi, Travis.
Hello.
He's a firefighter here in the Owatonna area, and we happen to be in their beautiful third-story conference room. And I don't know if you can get this from our little decorations here, but we're talking about holiday safety and what to do to make sure that your holidays are safe and still beautiful. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about the first holiday coming up,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. And what's, in your opinion, what's the one thing that people really have to be careful of over that holiday?
The biggest thing is cooking. Kitchen fires and turkey fryers. Using the turkey fryers, make sure you use them outside. Make sure if you fill the oil up, you put the proper amount of oil in, so when you put the turkey in, it doesn't overflow. Start the fire.
Because what happens with when you have a turkey fryer that goes wrong? What kind of things can happen?
It's just the overflow of the oil, and then usually people do them too close to in their garage because it's cold out. It could be cold out around Thanksgiving, and then it starts the garage on fire, and then they don't know what to do, and then they spraying water on it. Well, sometimes that just spreads the fire.
Yeah.
So it just becomes a bigger mess.
So grease can start things on fire,
Yes.
which is I think maybe people don't
Yeah,
understand.
and we've talked about that during the open house and stuff like that, grease fires around that time. But
So if
just a
they
little.
do have a little bit of a problem with a grease fire, what's a quick fix or something that they should do instead of water?
Baking soda, the biggest thing is just call 911 right away and get us there.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so that's one thing we have to make sure we're doing well when we're over for Thanksgiving. And then Christmas.
After
or
Thanksgiving,
holidays.
usually the day after, the big day is get your Christmas decorations out.
Yeah.
And as you can see here, we got some lights here. With lighting, proper strands and the proper number of strands plugged in together. Look at your boxes that you get your lights in. It usually says the manufacturer's suggestion on there of how many strands you can plug in together.
What happens if you plug in too many strands?
It can overload a circuit, and for some reason, if in older homes, if they don't have a fuse in them or something like that, it could potentially blow your circuit and then create a fire because there's too much load on the light strands themselves.
So it's really not worth the risk to have 10 strands together when it says 2, 3,
Right.
stick with that.
Yep.
If you're combining 2 different kinds of strands, just go with whatever the newer box says, or what do you
Yeah,
think?
and usually LED lights, they're not as warm. They don't get as warm. They're a lower efficient, better efficient bulb. So, yes, we can say LEDs, but they are a little more expensive, but they are coming down. But the older bulbs, you can still use them, just watch on how many strands you put together.
Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Right.
Okay, good.
When you put your lights on your trees, we talked about trees. If you use a real tree, make sure you water it. Check the water every day because they will dry up really quick on you. As you know, towards some of the end of the year, the needles are starting to fall, and those are really combustible and going to go up just like that. I mean, we've all seen the movie Christmas Vacation and how fast that tree goes up.
And
But-
that's pretty realistic,
Yeah,
I think.
it is.
Yeah.
Yep, it's amazing how you see some people, when they do get done, they take their trees outside and they haul them out, and if people out in the world, they just light their trees on fire and burn them up outside, and it's a matter of seconds and they're gone. So
it's just a matter of keeping up that, even all the way towards the end, not letting it go at the
Yes.
end just because Christmas is
Yeah.
over and you haven't got the tree up.
because some
Still
people
make
leave
sure
their
it's
trees
watered.
up for
Yeah.
holiday parties after Christmas,
Yeah.
and it's just a matter of keeping them watered
And if you don't want to water them, get it out of your house.
get it out of your house.
Get it
yeah.
out there, okay?
Ladders, obviously you need ladders to hang some of these lights. So ladder safety, I mean, everybody knows they know how to use a ladder, but leaving 3 points of contact. So both feet on the ladder at all times and one hand on the ladder. And not reaching with both hands off to the side and tipping over. So
Okay, and is it really a very good thing to always work with someone if you can when you're working on a ladder?
if you can, yeah. So or else just letting somebody know what you're doing so they know where you're at and they can check on you every once in a while.
What about ladders outside when you're hanging some of the lights on the house?
Just proper grounding of on the bottom, so like I said, the ladders aren't, because it could be slippery
Yeah.
if there's snow or ice on it. Working on the roof too, making sure that you're not slipping on ice. So
Yeah, okay, good.
going into chimneys, after we've talked about decorating, make sure your chimneys, you're obviously burning those wood burners, wood fireplaces. Make sure you get those inspected once a year if you can, and getting them cleaned out when there is a buildup inside.
What does the inspection usually consist
They
of?
check to see how thick the material is inside, make sure there's no blockage, no bird's nests. You'd be surprised, we've usually once a year, we always get that chimney fire of a bird or a squirrel created a nest up in the chimney, and it's just something like that. Just get up on the roof, in the early fall to get this all checked out, so that way when it comes colder out, you can check that out. So.
And then, so you check the chimney once a year and get it cleaned out, but you're talking a little bit about burning really good wood helps with this?
Yes, burning really good wood, so it's a nice hot fire.
So what's good wood?
Dry wood.
Okay.
Dry, nice, oaks and stuff like that. Not your pallets and not your green wood, your branches that you just picked out from the backyard. You don't want to haul them out. You just bring them in the house and burn them. no leaves and stuff like that.
Sometimes they sell at stores. You can get logs for your fireplace that they say they're hotter. Can those be good too?
They could be, yeah. I mean, everything's
Relative.
all up to you, yeah. I mean, everybody should be smart enough to know what kind of wood is good wood and what's not bad.
So just check it out, make sure you're doing the right thing.
Yep.
So in the last 5 minutes, though, we want to talk about something that is increasing, actually, and I was surprised to learn about this, and that is candles are actually starting to become a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah. In the U.S., in 2010, there averaged about 11,000 house fires a year started by candles. And that's risen now to about 15,000 in 2012.
So there were 5,000 more candle fires or
candle
fires
house fires, or house fires that
2
started
years,
by candles.
which we would think that should go down.
You think it should go down, but I don't know if it's the economy or what, that people are using more now the candles to heat their homes, to use as lighting more, just to save them the money of they're using the energy in the house. And out of that 15,000, there was 166 deaths in that year in 2012, just that were related back to the candle fires, compared to 126 the 2 years prior to that.
And what's interesting is that you were telling me about the time frame, and it makes a little sense that there could be quite a few deaths due to these fires because of the time frames that they're finding these fires are starting.
Yep, that time frame is actually from midnight to 6 a.m., and 36% of those fires are started in the bedrooms.
So people are using them for whatever reason, but they're sleeping, and they should not be. If you're going to go to sleep, get those candles out.
If you leave the home, if you go to sleep, even during the day when you're not in the right room, check the candle, because you get a lot of pets. You get your cats and your dogs knocking these candles over.
Yeah.
Even sometimes it even is. You may light the candle. Oh, it's nice out. You open up to crack the window, a curtain blows over, starts on fire. I mean, there's so many different things that you don't think of on a daily basis.
So you need to be more aware of those candle hazards. But also, you talked about the candle itself, using containers for it, special containers.
Yep, and this candle here, I mean, it's perfectly fine sitting in this container just like this. There's one thing you want to check before you do light it, and I'd say make sure the wick is about 1/4 of an inch off. So if it's too long, trim it with the scissors.
What happens if it's too long?
It's just, you get a lot of candles, and I would call it sparking, but they'll throw a flame or something off of it. But also with this container, you can see that the container is taller than the candle itself, so any wax, any of those sparks that come off the candle will hit the glass on the side.
Is the hot wax similar to like the grease we were talking about earlier, that hot wax catch
the hot wax won't, it'll burn because it's hot. Okay. It's not because it's going to ignite something.
So it's not as bad as the grease, but you still don't want those kind of things.
Yep.
And it can cause injury, the hot wax can cause injury.
Yep.
So when people are looking at doing the decorating, let's say they're looking at doing a table, a Christmas table, and they want to have those lights and that kind of thing. So what kind of things should they be careful of?
Just the combustibles they put around the candles.
Okay.
Like you get a centerpiece, they put a lot of dry combustibles usually around candles. But so with that, I mean, there's those warmers. There's Scentsies, I think, out there now. There are light bulbs that warm up a fragrance, which is a wax on top.
And they're safer because there's no open flame.
Because there's no open flame, yep. I mean, if your cat walks by it and knocks it over, usually the wax will just be hot wax, so hopefully it's on a table, but the bulb or the flame isn't going to start something on fire.
So when people are looking at these, another fascinating fact that you have about candles is that the top 5 days for candle fires.
Yeah, the top 5 at number 5 is actually December 23rd, Christmas Eve. People are getting ready and they're
holiday parties,
and they're getting in the spirit of Christmas. So they're putting on the Christmas music, lighting the candles, and making the room smell better. And then it's Halloween, New Year's Day, and then we get into Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day is the biggest top 5. Number 1 day of candle fires. Which
would be a horrible way to spend your Christmas.
It is.
It's dealing with something like that. So just taking those extra precautions, making sure that you follow all the rules we talked about today can really help. I want to thank you so much for your time, Travis, and hopefully we'll stop a few fires from happening this season.
And if anybody has any questions, please call the fire station.
Thanks so much. All right, we'll be right back. Please stick with us.
Hi, Ann Plascanco here from Senior Place, and it's our 25th anniversary this year. We provide health and wellness programs, and one of those programs is massage therapy with Betsy Wright.
Yes, repose massage can give you pain and stress relief naturally. So make an appointment today.
Yes, and find out all the other programs and services we have to offer and join Senior Place today.
Do you know how to safely dispose of your expired or unused prescription and non-prescription medications? Not by flushing them down the toilet or putting them in the garbage. Doing so pollutes our rivers, streams, and drinking water supply. Take it to the box instead for safe, secure disposal. It's easy. Bring your unused medications in their original containers to the drop-off locations listed on the screen and drop them in the Take It to the Box drop box. Proper disposal of unwanted medications keeps them out of the hands of children and out of our environment. This is a message from the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today show.
United Way of Steele County is all about changing lives,
reaching out a hand,
painting a brighter tomorrow,
creating opportunities,
inspiring and regaining hope,
navigating obstacles.
Please join us and all Jostens employees by giving generously, advocating for a better quality of life, and volunteering your time to a partner agency. We all win when we
live united.
There's no question that over the years since the Owatonna Foundation was founded, Owatonna has become a better place to live and raise a family.
When I think about the Owatonna Foundation and what it's done for the future, I think about positive change.
So important that the Owatonna Foundation continue in the active role that it has. Every dollar that they give to the Owatonna Foundation goes into this great community of Owatonna. That's the reason that we exist.
Owatonna Foundation has impacted our family's life by all the wonderful things that they have provided our community with. The River Springs Water Park, the band shell down at Central Park, the beautiful trail system that we have here in Owatonna. And by being a part of the foundation, it has allowed us to give back to our community, and we have found that to be very rewarding.
I don't think there's a brick and mortar project in Owatonna that hasn't gone to the Owatonna Foundation to look for assistance. And every one of those that they approve brings value to our community. Being in city government, I understand that there's a lot of things that we cannot finance alone. And without the foundation's assistance, the trails on the north end of town would have been very difficult to put the bridges there. They've donated over $500,000 to that project, which means that all people in Owatonna can use that. It's a very, very great asset to our community.
I find that in working with people when they're considering our community or another community, whatever it is, they're always impressed with what I have to share with them and what the Owatonna Foundation has contributed. And there are so many things. It's not just one factor that is pivotal in their decision, I don't think. I think they just have so many factors that impress them, and they lead our direction in great part based upon the foundation.
I think about the quality of life that we have here, our community assets. When we're talking about community assets in Owatonna, we're talking about things that enhance where we live, where we work, where we play, where we visit. Examples of that would be like our soccer complex, improvements that we made out there, our food shelf, the programming behind our little theater, our community aquatic center.
There have been financial challenges, and that's why we really need to have the support of those in the community. We don't have the local industry and the business that we used to have. Many of those businesses are owned by entities outside of the community or even in other countries. And so, unlike the founders of the Owatonna Foundation, who were all in this community and all residents of the community, all raising their families in Owatonna, there are not sometimes that association anymore with the community of Owatonna.
In today's competitive world, it's very important that we continue to draw in new businesses and citizens, and the Owatonna Foundation provides us with the opportunity to add the amenities that most smaller cities don't have.
The best endorsement that I can give for the Owatonna Foundation is the level of responsibility and the care that the trustees have taken with donations over many, many years. And the results of the foundation's work is something that we all see every day as we live and work in the Owatonna community.
Foundation's done something very nice for Owatonna that not all communities have, and that's to preserve the heritage of the community. Tax dollars won't do it alone.
You know, government can do what it does best, churches can do what they do best, but when you have bricks and mortar and people that really care and invest in a community, that's what a foundation does.
The foundation has been in existence for many, many years. The evidence of their work is really all around the community.
You know, it takes a village, really takes all of us to really build a community, and that's what we have here in Owatonna.
The Owatonna Foundation definitely is an essential need in our community. It's an absolute must.
To me, the foundation really provides a sense of permanence for the community. When I travel around the community on my daily errands or to and from work, and I see all the projects that the foundation was a part of, I know that those projects are here today and they will be here tomorrow and for many years to come.
founded in 1958.
Over $11 million.
Preserving the past.
Building the present.
Funding the future.
Making a difference.
Every single dollar that is given to the Owatonna Foundation goes back into this community.
Supporting community progress.
Supporting community progress.
The Owatonna Foundation is your community foundation.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today show.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. We do have some announcements to pass along. Coming up, still going on today, very important, is the 2013 annual Kettle Kickoff for the Salvation Army. That's going on now until 4 p.m. this afternoon. They will be serving coffee, cider, and cookies, and we'll have door prizes, and that is when they're looking for 800 bell ringers to sign up for the very important job that they do. If you're a bell ringer, you will work a 2-hour shift from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at some time, anywhere from Fleet Farm to Walgreens, Cashwise, Cabela's, or Hy-Vee. So consider being a bell ringer. They do need a lot of them, so you can check that out until 4 o'clock today at the Salvation Army. Coming up tonight is the 23rd Annual Festival of Trees Opening Night Gala at the History Center. Tickets are available at the door, or you can get them at Kotke Jewelers, Hy-Vee, and Cashwise. You attend that, you'll see lots of over 100 silent auction baskets, a good time to do your Christmas shopping, as well as enjoy some hors d'oeuvres and desserts and wonderful events going on at the live auction. As well, there'll be raffles for meat packages and some other great items also going on. Again, that's at 7 o'clock when the doors open to the public, and tickets are available at the door. And then you are invited to enjoy the Entrepreneur Ecosystem for a lunch and learn at the Riverland Community College. The presenter will be Doug Johnson, Executive Director of the Owatonna Business Incubator. And we also want to mention the 5th Annual Iris Turkey Trot that will be going on Thanksgiving morning. For more information, you can contact www.irisremembers.org. And that is going to do it for this Friday and this week. We thank you for joining us. Please come back on Monday, when our guest will be Tom Coons, along with Jerry Shore and Don Overley, talking about the Toys for Tots. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend. For Leanne Alt, I'm Betty Johnson, and this has been the Owatonna Today Show.